6:48 here this Tuesday, back with our top headlines in our Sunrise Smart Start. Deposed Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and his wife appeared before a federal judge in New York City Monday. And we're hearing the reaction from New York City to Washington. The two pleaded not guilty to 4 federal counts, which include conspiracy to import cocaine and machine guns and conspiracy to commit narco-terrorism. All of this comes after the pair was captured by U.S. forces Saturday in Caracas in a dramatic military operation. In Washington, some top politicians say briefings from the Trump administration led to even more questions than some of the answers they heard. And many around the U.S. are wondering if the country is at war and if Congress should have been consulted.
Their plan for the U.S. running Venezuela is vague, based on wishful thinking, and unsatisfying.
We are not at war. We don't expect troops on the ground.
Without question, this is war. They bombed half of Caracas and then removed him.
NBC News reports in a phone interview, President Trump said the U.S. is not at war with Venezuela, but with people who sell drugs. The president also warned there could be more action if Venezuela's newly sworn-in interim president stops cooperating. Some of the reaction there on Capitol Hill worldwide, it is mixed, with many wondering what's next for the U.S.'s role in Venezuela. An upstate New York immigration attorney born in the U.S. but grew up in Venezuela says everyone has an opinion. Jose Perez and his wife left that country in 2002. He was not persecuted, but says his father, who was against the Maduro regime, was targeted. Perez says one thing most people do agree upon is that change was sorely needed.
We have about 10 million people that have left Venezuela. That is the biggest exodus of people in any part of the world without having an actual war. I do believe that Venezuelans did everything that they could. And we cannot forget this. All Venezuelan people did everything they could to get rid of Maduro. They did the marches, they did the petitions, they did file charges against him in the International Court of Law, and they have done everything. And he's still there, or he was still there until 2 days ago.
Leaders with Rochester's Ibero-American Action League explain as well in a statement, many families here are navigating feelings of both joy and caution, and Ibero promises to stand with these people, holding on to hope for a bright Democratic future. As we look ahead, happening this morning is the next court hearing for a Rochester mother accused of killing her teen son during a fight last fall. October 10th, RPD rushed out to Breck Street for a teen down unconscious in the road, hit by a vehicle. And that was 16-year-old Khari Gibson. Police say Khari and his mom, Anika Connor, got into an argument about his phone. And that video you see shows the car accelerating. Khari falls. The boy is knocked out. The teen died nearly a month later at the hospital. Connor was arrested and charged with manslaughter, reckless endangerment, and endangering the welfare of a child. She's due in court at 9:30. A community meeting meant to decide the future of Village Court in Brockport has been postponed as the room went well beyond capacity last night. The public turnout was so large that they hit the fire code limits, forcing organizers to call it off and reschedule. That meeting is about a proposal to dissolve the Village Court amid ongoing concerns with money. This has led to a large amount of public interest and debate among taxpayers, and many of them showed up to share their viewpoint.
We live in a college town. We have our own police department. We have our own village court. The three work together to help make our village safe.
I think that we've got a pretty even split on both sides from the public that believe whether it should be here or not.
The new date and time for this session, when it can be held, is yet to be announced. Gate-Child Central Schools are entering the new year with a new leader. The Board of Education announced Monday Superintendent Christopher Daly has retired. He has led the district since 2019. The deputy superintendent, Dr. Mitchell Ball, has been appointed to be the interim super effective immediately. The board is going to outline plans for selecting a permanent replacement in the next couple of weeks. If you plan on going to Florida for this first round of the playoffs, it will not be cheap. According to AAA, the cheapest flights out of Western New York have been running more than $700. You can fly round trip direct with United for about $900. When you add in the hotel, the game tickets, the food, the entertainment, boy, it adds up. Driving would be your cheapest option. That's about $200 round trip and 15 hours to get there, 15 to come back. But Jacksonville is preparing for a big crowd at the Bills backers bars.
Unless you consider time as money, and then flying would be your cheapest option.
There you go. Your sunrise traffic, if you've got a 15 to 30-minute commute, should be right there at 15 or 30 minutes. We're okay. Everything's moving along just fine here this Tuesday.
A little bit of fog, some drizzle you might run into, but generally just cloudy for now. We'll wait for the rain to come in this afternoon. And yes, it is rain. Temperatures do climb well above freezing. The ice, maybe some sleet, freezing rain, Hudson Valley, closer to Albany.
We are live on our podcast on the Rochester First streaming app, Second Cup of Sunrise at 9 o'clock. There every weekday morning for half an hour. Also at the top of RochesterFirst.com. CBS Mornings is on the way at 7. We will see you back here with your local news cut in at about 7:25. Enjoy your Tuesday, everybody.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, X, and on our app for news and weather. Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 On Demand, plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.